Okay, so we have a big breaking news coming out. US President Donald Trump signs executive order to grant state and local governments control over disaster response. Let me just read this part really quick here. Do me a favor, share the video and subscribe. It says here Donald Trump is set to sign a new disaster relief executive order that aims to shift more control over catastrophe response to state and local government. Let's stop here for a second. This is a good thing. I lived in the state of Florida for 13 years. We've seen Hurricane Helene. We've seen Hurricane Milton. We've seen Hurricane, again, multiple hurricanes. I forget the name. I truly apologize. But there's been a lot of damage. And in 2023, me and my wife purchased our first home, and we got hit by the hurricane about 6 months ago, and it was completely terrible. FEMA just was not that great. And North Carolina, you guys see what happened in North Carolina. We cannot just rely on these agencies, put it like that. So Donald Trump is signing an executive order. The state is going to take control, and the people are going to get the help. No more this agency. Get rid of it. Get rid of it, man, because it's been a headache. And I believe this is a good thing. And again, for us Floridians and those states that get impacted with hurricane, tornadoes, wildfire, it's something that we really needed a long time ago. $700 one-time payment was baloney. Guys, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. For those of you that want to send us letters of prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. And for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, we do have the PayPal link and the Cash App link in the description box. Another way to support the channel, $1 a month, Patreon. We talk about things that we can't talk about on YouTube. We go live once a week. That's another way to support the channel through Patreon, $1 a month. Thank you for your support. According to the Washington Post, the executive order seeks to streamline the federal disaster relief process by reducing bureaucratic hurdles and granting governors and mayors greater authority in managing crisis situations. Good. 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 I'm glad. Because, again, FEMA and all them agencies were, again, you guys heard about that story, right? When Florida got hit with the hurricane and FEMA was skipping certain houses that had Trump, Trump 2024 signs and in the front lawn. They were skipping them houses because of Trump, being Trump supporter. Enough is enough. Get rid of them. It says here, Donald has long advocated for reducing what he calls excessive federal intervention and allowing states to take the lead in disaster recovering efforts. In a report by Fox News, sources familiar with the order indicate that the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, will still play a critical role. No! But it will act more as a support agency rather than a primary decision maker. Okay. So who's going to get the funds? Man, what is this? So who's going to get the funds? Because when FEMA gets the fund, we only get pennies. Under this framework, states will be able to access federal relief funds with fewer restrictions and delays. Once again, states will be able to access federal relief funds, okay? So that's the one. With fewer restrictions and delays. Meaning that we don't have to rely on FEMA when it comes to entering in certain location. You know how FEMA be blocking stuff. Oh, you can come here and this and that. You guys know what happened in North Carolina. Again, Elon was trying to send satellites there and FEMA was blocking it. So stuff like that is not going to be allowed anymore. So the policy shift has received mixed reactions. Supporters argued that state and local officials have a better understanding of their community's needs and should be given more flexibility in disaster response efforts. I agree. The Wall Street Journal highlights that many Republican governors have been advocating for this change, citing frustration with slow federal response times in past emergencies. However, critics, including some emergency management experts, warned that decentralizing disaster response could lead to inconsistencies and gaps in aid distribution. Well, again, we just don't like the agency because a lot of the money were missing. And you know where that money went to? Guess. 20 million that came into this country. They gave the money to them. So again, we don't trust the agency. The news reports that some officials fear certain states may struggle to handle large-scale disaster without robust federal coordination, potentially leaving vulnerable community at risk. Yeah, like FEMA did an amazing job in North Carolina. You guys saw what happened in North Carolina? And again, that's CNN reports. Yeah. So this order aligns with Donald's previous stance on disaster management. Now, during his presidency, he often pushed for reducing federal oversight in favor of state-led initiative. Politico notes that this move could reshape. It could reshape. Give me a second here, guys. So it could reshape how future administration handle disaster relief, with a possible long-term shift towards a more localized approach. As of 2024 election approaches, Donald policies on disaster management could become a key talking point, especially in the light of recent hurricanes, wildfires, and other natural disasters. Now, whether this new approach will improve disaster response efficiency or create new challenges remains to be seen. All right, so FEMA is still going to be around. They're just not going to have that 100% control, the power. So Donald is giving like a possibly 50-50 here. State, you get the funds. FEMA, you're still going to be in charge, but you ain't going to have the power like that. So it's a 50-50. Now, do we need FEMA? Here's the thing, guys. My experience here in the state of Florida when it comes to hurricane, under FEMA, it was terrible. Again, we didn't get that much help. We didn't. We have to, rely on our insurance. FEMA is supposed to be here when it comes to strong wind going on in the state of Florida. Again, we're supposed to have assistance help when it comes to, again, damage and other stuff. But, yeah, we didn't get that much help. And, again, one-time payment, that was not great. That was absolutely not great. So, and $750 one-time payment, and this inflation, to get food and to pay your bills and stuff like that, that was not enough. That was absolutely not enough. Meanwhile, all these countries were getting millions of dollars or billions. And it goes to tell you, yes, we are the most powerful, richest country in the world, but us Americans, we feel like we're like in a third world country. And the reason why? Because a lot of our money was being sent to all these countries around the world, which is 100% wrong. It belongs to the American people. It doesn't go to war or stuff like that. It belongs to us. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please share the video. For those of you that want to send us letters for prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $1 a month Patreon. We get to access to our live stream every Monday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.